Hi there, Afagza Sifuna here. I want to share with you 7 fantastic websites which I think you need to know for your day-to-day life. The very first website you need to know is a website called TempMail. What is TempMail? It is exactly that. Website which has the ability to generate for you a temporal email address. By the way, this is an awesome website and it addresses lots of cybersecurity issues out there, because with you being able to generate a temporal email address which actually doesn't reside or even sit anywhere near your personal email address and so forth is something very, very safe. And by the way, all of us in our day-to-day life, we bump upon websites out there asking us for this personal information. With this temp email address, you can be able to actually generate an email address through this tempmail.org, and then you can actually share in whichever other platforms out there. And in case they send you an email address direct in your temp email address through your inbox, you can be able to see all the incoming emails based on the temporary emails you've been able to generate and share out there. What do you think about this? Did you know it exists? If you didn't, now you know. Then the second awesome website out there which you need to know is a website called Side Hustle Stack. It is exactly that. Side Hustle Stack. This is an awesome website which actually collects all the info out there around all the possible side hustles you can think of. Name it, right from audio content creators, chefs, coach, community leaders, e-commerce, gaming, health, salespersons, restaurant workers, and so forth. Any of the info you need out there around inside hustle, you're gonna get it on this sidehustlestack.co, which is an awesome website. And just to give you an example, I'm looking at info relating to e-commerce, right? When I go under e-commerce, you can see it's populating all the possible e-commerce platforms, bringing all of them together, collecting just for you and I to be able to access and see this awesome information out there. For example, right now you can see here, we have e-commerce platform. For example, we have GOT, we have StockX, we have SC, we have Shopify, and so forth. All the possible e-commerce platforms out there have been collected on this particular website. And in case I dig deeper, for example, and look at, let me say, Shopify, to understand what side hustle can I do on Shopify, right? When you go under Shopify, you can see here the type of work you can do is specified. You can be, for example, a salesperson or even do your own e-commerce platform through this particular Shopify, which, by the way, is very exciting because in modern age, we've seen lots of advancements in this space. And of course, people out here are big on drop shipping using such platforms, Shopify, Amazon, and so forth. So this shares critical information on exactly what you can do, and also tells you the kind of equipment you require, the number of people out there doing this kind of business, if you require an audience or not. Also tells you the pricing for this particular platform, which is very critical. And beyond that, also shares some critical information around the kind of average pay and also when this platform was founded. For example, in Shopify here, we can see the equipment you may need to be able to do well on Shopify are, for example, products to sell. You may need shipping infrastructure, more so in case you're doing drop shipping business on this, right? Also, you need appropriate technology, for example, a laptop and so forth, for you to be able to be accessing these digital stores remotely and going on with your business. So this is an awesome website which collects most and almost all side hustles out there. I think this is an awesome website too, which you need to know. And then the third website which you need to know is a website called Atlas Obscura. Of course, many people out here have heard about Atlas Obscura, but in case you haven't heard about it, it's a travel website and magazine which shares awesome information around different places out there, different features, and so forth. In case you're traveling somewhere, you want to know where are you going, what are the awesome features out there, what are the restaurants out there, which places can you visit, and so on. Atlas Obscura collects all this information for you. And to give you an example, in case I go and search for information, for example, relating to Kenya, it can tell me, for example, in Kenya, we have some of the key destinations out there which have been earmarked at about 22 places in 9 cities, right? And of course, Nairobi leading the pack with about 9 places. Beyond that, it's also showing you other places outside Nairobi. For example, the Gedi ruins in Malindi, it's showing you, for example, awesome donkeys of Lamu Island and so forth. These is kind of information which has been collected, put in one place just for you. And just to dig a bit deeper in Kenya, for example, you can see even it's showing you the hidden and cool places you can visit. For example, for Kenya, it's telling you there's some hidden places. For example, there's a giraffe manor in Nairobi. There's also a Babo Cave restaurant in Diani Beach. And by the way, this is an awesome feature because it's telling you this is a cave restaurant which has been existing for over 120,000 years. Which, by the way, in case you're traveling to Kenya, you want to go to the coast region, this is some of the things you want to be on the lookout for. So all this information is brought to you in one place under the Atlas Obscura. And of course, in case you out there are foodie, you want to travel, sample foods out there, this also shows you the nearby restaurants, the awesome places, and also the reviews people are putting in or are giving for different restaurants and hotels out there, which I think is a very, very cool feature to have on this website called Atlas Obscura. And then the fourth and another awesome website which you need to know is a website called Supercook. What is Supercook? Essentially, it is an awesome website which assists you pull together ingredients on the go and go out there, decide on what to cook. Because in case you decide, for example, to say, I wanna see what can I make using, for example, garlic, carrots, potatoes, chili pepper, and so forth. Put all that together, and then it's gonna populate for you all the possible recipes which are out there using those ingredients or including those ingredients you've specified, which I think is very awesome because occasionally you don't want to think much about what you wanna eat. You know, just need to choose quick ingredients out there, and then I also populate to you the possible recipes, delve into one of them, and then decide which one to go with. For example, under this we've seen is giving us a couple of recipes. It's telling us, for example, there's the super garlic sauce. We can have, for example, oven roast potatoes and so forth. In case I dig deeper, for example, under the oven roast potatoes, just see what happens. Guys, it specifies for you the exact recipe for this. For example, it tells you it's going to take 45 minutes to prepare all the ingredients you require for this. And in case this snapshot is not enough, also it directs you to the fully fledged website for you to be able to see the entire ingredient list and whatnot. I think this is a cool feature which actually all the homes out there need to be having on the fly, because occasionally you need to test different recipes out there. Just choose the ingredients and then jump in with whatever comes up. So that's the fourth website. And then the fifth website which you need to know is a website called Typing.com. Guys, it is essentially that. Typing.com is a critical website to assist you improve on your typing. People out here, guys, type in different speeds. You know, people out here have different dexterity of fingers issues out there. With Typing.com, you're gonna make your typing seamless because it's taking you lessons bit by bit, right from beginner, intermediate to advanced when it comes to typing, and testing all the possible skills. The good thing about this is that the lessons are self-paced. You decide what rate you want to learn and also decide your own pace, which I think is a very cool thing. Another bonus about Typing.com is that it goes beyond just the typing. Also, it includes the modern age skills which people out there need to know. For example, the computer basics and literacy around technology. Also, it has some basics, for example, for coding. And beyond that, also it has some very, very basics for language. Just for you to be able to have the basics and understanding of the real world situation out there, the key skills you need to have as you out there training on how fast you can type, you know, the words you can type per minute, the dexterity of your fingers, and so forth. This is a cool website. And talking about even training you on some of the languages you need to know. Guys, the sixth, which also I think is a cool website that you need to know, is a website called Duolingo. What is Duolingo? Duolingo is a website dedicated to teaching you and I about language. And by the way, through Duolingo, you can learn over 50 languages out there. You know, there are so many languages you can learn, ranging from Spanish, French, English, you know, Portuguese, Dutch, Japanese, Swahili, and so forth. You can learn almost all the languages you desire to learn out there through Duolingo. What I find fun about Duolingo is that this website is more interactive and fun to learn on. Why is that so? It's because it is effective and efficient. You know, the lessons are structured in such a way that the courses, you're going to be grasping what you need to grasp at the right time and also within the right duration, right? Beyond that, the learning is personalized. Also, it is you to decide at what speed you want to learn. Of course, Duolingo appreciates people out there are busy. Some people out here, for example, they are doing their own different careers, but they want to upskill to learn a new language. So it is you to decide the pace at which you want to learn, because the learning is personalized. You know, it's not generalized, it's personalized. And learn at your own pace. And then beyond that, also, there's a feature on Duolingo which is awesome for you to stay motivated and actually have fun with. Because occasionally there's that bringing together of different people on the platform just to have mild conversation, to engage in games and so forth as they converse in the language they are learning, the mutual language they are learning in this particular platform, which I think is also a cool feature about Duolingo, and that's why it ranks number 6 on this list of the top websites I think you need to know. And then, last but not least, the seventh website which I think you need to know about is a website called edX. What is edX? edX.org is actually an awesome website fully dedicated to assisting you start learning from the world's best institutions. And talking about the world's best institutions, we're talking about both academic institutions and some of the big tech companies out there, big business companies out there in whichever fields. You know, all these are aimed at ensuring you upskill. And the good thing about this is that there are over 3,600 courses out there which you can learn, ranging from just the basic certificate courses, bachelor's degrees, masters, and so forth. So through these, you can be able to learn a lot of things. And by the way, there's no limit to the number of skills you can learn. It is you to decide the kind of skills you want to acquire and to the extent you want to go. So through this edX, I think is a cool website which has been there for a minute. Of course, some of the co-founders out there, for example, like Harvard University, MIT, are very critical in driving the energy around these edX. And talking about academic institutions, we have multiple academic institutions who are having charter with edX. For example, talking about University of Texas System, even the Australian National University, you know, talk about the Curtin University in Australia, talk about Delft University in the Netherlands, talk about, for example, Sorbonne University in Paris, and so forth. All these are learning institutions who have charter with edX. So you're going to be able to acquire knowledge, to acquire skills from top universities in the world. What do you think about this? I think is a cool website to assist you be on your toes with regards to acquiring skill and also advancing your education. Guys, those are the 7 awesome websites which I think you need to know for your day-to-day life. Also, is there other websites out there which you think we need to know which we hadn't captured in this video? Share with us down below in the comment section. Cheers, thanks a lot. See you next time.